Good afternoon and welcome to Idea TV Unscripted, your go-to spot for the stories set in conversations on fire across Nigeria and beyond. And I am Mary Ojimajo, and I am not alone, and of course I will never be alone on this show. And with my beautiful Chidera.
Yes, Chidera Okere.
All right. Today,
Chidera, because I'm not married.
All right. So today we are stepping into two stories that shook the nation for very different reasons. One filled with relief and heartbreak, the other with tension and public controversy. Well, it all started when Obi Cubana lost his club as court takes action on Abuja property to federal road safety to persecute popular TikToker Peller after a car crash. So we have these two stories we really want to talk about: the Obi Cubana seized properties in Abuja here and the Peller car crash that he has. So sit tight, stay tuned, and let's dive into the stories shaping the national conversation after the break.
Micro LED and next-gen displays. TVs, AR glasses, and smartwatches are about to look very different. Micro LED displays are now making their way into consumer products after years of R&D. Unlike OLEDs, micro LEDs don't rely on organic compounds, which means no burn-in and much longer lifespan. Samsung showed off massive micro LED walls at CES 2024, and Apple is reportedly working on adding micro LED to future Apple Watch models. Industry analysts project the global micro LED market will reach about $10 billion by 2030. The big draw is brighter screens, richer colors, and lower power use. That's important for wearables and AR/VR headsets where every bit of battery life counts.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us through this, and we'll be starting with the first story we have here today that we're going to be discussing about the Obi Cubana story. It started when the high-stakes ownership tussle over the former Cubana Lounge in Abuja has taken a dramatic turn as court officers on Thursday, December 9, 2025, enforced an eviction order and delivered full possession of the prized Husetu property to businessman Collins, known as Obi Cubana. The operation, however, unfolded under unusual tense and chaotic conditions, raising fresh questions about the integrity of properties enforcement in Nigerian capital. At about 8 a.m., Sheriff of the Federal Capital Territory High Court arrives at plot 81 at Demola Crescent, where the elite Cubana Lounge once thrived under the ownership of Obi Cubana. It's actually a huge one on that Obi Cubana story, seeing what actually transpired, what went down that particular day. I believe nobody was expecting that was going to come up, but following the story gradually and quietly, we learned about a lot of things went down that particular day, but this was what the press could have about the property not being really he didn't really settle, something of that nature, and it sparked a lot of concern, and a lot of people saw the clips here and there, the video flying here and then. They were like, what's going on? We know this man, Obi Cubana, the famous Obi Cubana, his property is being put out there. A lot of people were just saying they shouldn't have done this. It's so not comfortable to bring out his properties. People are seeing it, no matter what the situation is. But on the second thought, I just felt that okay, if actually he has not settled things with the the building, the lease and everything, I think they should do a proper settlement, because all these things is a huge embarrassment on him as a public figure. What do you think, Chidera?
Well, we've been seeing this story over a few days now, trending on social media space about Obi Cubana and then the seizure of his property. And from the video that we even saw online, we see that they have already started demolishing the place, which which cost some billions of naira.
Billions of naira. A lot of money was invested into that place.
Now, I want to take it from the angle of right to ownership of property. Till now, I don't understand why that kind of decision is taken by the courts to do what they did. And from what we were seeing online, from different points of views, people were saying that they did not even allow him to move his property that are inside the building.
Which is not proper.
Yes, they didn't allow him to move things out. They started demolition and then they've handed it over to someone else. I just think that wasn't the proper way to handle this situation. The property transfer, the demolition of the place and all of that, they did not think about how... That's a very difficult step that those people took.
Actually.
And it is a very crazy step because imagine if you see that video, if you know the amount of things in that club.
It's an expensive one.
Billions of naira.
Of course.
So this thing is going to affect Obi Kubana as a businessman.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes.
As a businessman. And again, what does it tell the public about ownership of property? So people will now start being afraid of owning huge amounts of property and all of that. The story is not really clear. The story about this building, demolition is...
it's actually
it's not clear. What is the problem? Is it that he's not meeting up with the... I don't know. Is it that he's the owner of the place or he's not meeting up? Or is it a family property? I don't know. The story is just... People are just bringing different narratives.
There's one article I read. They were talking about the elder brother of the owner of the place. I don't know whether it's the elder brother that owns the place. It's a family property, actually. So one of the family members, according to an article that I read, one of the family members gave it to Obi Kubana, and then the elder brother to the person that he is leasing the property from now went maybe at least back to sell to or to give it to another person. I don't know how true that is. But what I'm saying here is that I don't think they were in full agreement. I mean, the family members, I don't think the people that own the place originally, I don't think they are in full agreement to lease the place to someone else. And maybe the person that leased the place to him did not have a full agreement with the family members. And now the family members are saying it to be, this is part of their inheritance and maybe money was not given to them. Maybe just a one-sided business deal. And then these other parties are now coming to drag to want to collect, you know, their properties back, because it's one thing to actually own a property, it's one to own a property, it's another thing to own it legally. You have your legal backing, you have your documents. I'm not saying he doesn't have documents to all that, but I'm saying he's wanting to hold it strongly, like you collected it rightfully from the person, you have documents to back it, and if you do it, to save you all this embarrassment, all this public embarrassment, going to save you from a lot of it, because of course this is a huge embarrassment. Like you said, it's going to take a turn on him because it's going to affect him greatly. He's a public figure. Everybody knows Obi Kubana. It's a name that rings a bell. So what are you saying? People saying this now in display, and trust Nigerians now, we're always looking for, like, just like we're gisting about it, and a lot of blogs want to carry it and all that. So I feel it's gonna weigh him down at this point in time, because it's not an easy one. It's really not an easy one to deal with, Chidera. It's not an easy one.
It's not an easy one to deal with, in as much as we know him to be a very rich man and all of that, and also a public figure.
A public figure.
Now, part of the reason why this story is trending is because Obi Kubana is a public figure, is a well-known person on the social media space. But come to think of it, look at the way they dealt with his property, his club. It's a club, actually.
It's a club.
So see what they did to him. Oh, now, and it's trending. One of the reasons why this thing is trending is
because it will trend now. It's Obi Kubana.
So how about if it is someone that is not that popular and something like this is happening to the person?
I don't think the media will even take it.
Because if you read most of the comments that I saw online, they were, sympathizing with him. This is a huge loss. What happened to rights to ownership of property? Many people were just saying different things. Many people were saying, okay, good, that is to show that your you having fame, you being a famous person, does not mean you are above the law. And I like the fact that the court is taking this kind of decision. And many people are saying different thing about this whole thing. I don't know what the problem is between the courts and Obi Kubana, that they had to go that extra mile to demolish the place or handing it over to someone else. But then that is what we've been seeing.
I just feel the court cannot just come and take your property. It must have been reported by somebody that he did the property transaction with, and maybe it could be that actually before anything goes to the court, it's actually a reported case. It should be a reported case. They can't just stay on their own and want to seize your properties, except you're doing something fraudulent. And I don't want to say, I don't think he's doing anything fraudulent. I think he's having a little misunderstanding, or they're having misunderstanding about the whole property thing. It's here and there. They've not come to a conclusion yet. And maybe this other party, they are not comfortable with you, or they do not have idea. See, in Abuja, sometimes we encounter, or we see stories where some people get a land and the land is not properly handed to them, or the rightful owner was not the person that gave out the land, and at the end of the day, they'll start dragging land back and forth, going to court back and forth, having issues here and there. That is because everybody was not in agreement of that particular land, and at the end of the day, it start bringing up issues, avoidable issues that would have been avoided start coming up, because a lot of people, as in the land they didn't really verify on the land before they started building, or that particular property was not very verified. So I just feel at this point he was reported to the court by somebody that they brought up this issue, and I feel on the ground this issue has been going on the ground for some while. I don't think it was that December 9th that we saw it, or it came up, that it really happened. I just feel that some on the ground things have been going on, and maybe some parties could not take it anymore. They just felt, let's call him out. He's a public figure, and definitely when this comes out, he will have a swift response, or something very fast is going to happen. And I don't know, but I'm just saying allegedly, maybe that was what happened, and then they called him out by that physical display of bringing out his things, bringing down the place, and it really made headlines.
Yes, seriously, and this has to do with how laws are going in our country, and how it is applied, how it is perceived, really, because I think the action was too fast. Seriously, the action was too fast. I mean, looking at those videos, the way they were destroying and demolishing the property and all of that.
And I imagine how he was feeling watching that, like how
I don't really feel it like the way you and I are feeling it.
That is it. That is it. Because me, it doesn't matter. No matter the amount of money that is in your account, if any part of your business is affected, you will be affected. You would feel it, no matter how much you have. Even if you have the money to spend, to throw away, you will still feel it. Because this thing, you put your hard work. Have you been to that lounge? Have you been to that club?
I haven't.
You put your hard work in it. They've done a display of it before on TV. Do you know the kind of amount of properties that are there? You will feel it, no matter how hard-hardened you want to claim or look, you definitely feel it, because you're human. And of course, that is money going. That is money. Before you will be able to put something up like that, even if you have the money to put it up like that the next day, you will still spend huge amount of money that you know that it should have gone to something else that will profit you. Because any business, any person does now, it's for your own personal profiting, aside the fact that you're actually helping to build our country and make it beautiful. Because that place actually made that part of Abuja beautiful. And for people that goes there for relaxation and other reasons, it will spoil a lot of people's mind, though. Is because we
business owners.
Yes, as I business owners, even people that come there,
you can't even now with the way things are going. You can't just sit and then you have money to establish a business.
Of course.
And then you start thinking, okay, see what happened to big people. Should I put this kind of money? Should I invest this kind of money to open this kind of business? So I just think their action was
it's already December, and I believe a lot of people were planning to go and do a dirty December in that place. That one will sharp pain them.
But I think there are reactions online.
Yes. You see, what should have been a straightforward court enforcement quickly turned into a hard-faced confrontation. But yes, let's take some of the comments we have on the story and know what went down there. Today, I know you want to help us take the first comment.
So this is the first comment from, if I can see clearly, it's from Fukina Demi. Okay. The root cause is an ownership battle dating back years, complicated by family inheritance issues, court disputes. The property belongs to the late Reverend Michael Nwobi Amakeze. After his death, his son, Reverend Chidebere Amakeze, claimed sole ownership via a 28.
Okay, let's take the remaining and the last comment. It's a family split. Obi Cubana's siblings, like the rest of his siblings, defended him, saying he has paid all rent and as caretaker, exceeded obligations, and is protecting family's interests by demanding equitable siblings share, not selling the land. They accused Chidebere of false claims and stirring conflict. Chidebere, however, pushed the case, framing it as a forced reclaiming of property. Yeah, exactly. Just what I said.
have another comment.
Somebody said.
But then I think that first person was trying to
explain, break down what actually went down. But let's read this comment so that we can explain the whole thing here. Someone said this is actually a win for Obi because he can now buy land and build a better one, and more customers will come in the name of supporting him. Of course, yes, that's true.
It from another perspective.
Yeah, like I said about the inheritance something. Sure, you can see now that it's all about once group of people actually not agreeing to the leasing of the property, while Obi Cubana on the other hand has explained that he himself has paid fully for everything. But it could be that the payment was done to one particular individual in the family, which maybe the rest of the people did not agree, and they are dragging the matter back and forth. We no go agree, oh, this one is deception, oh, you ate the money, we didn't have any share in it, and now you're coming to tell us this and that, and maybe this ones have stronger power. You know, it's family inheritance something. So it got to the, like I said, a lot has gone down before it came to the media. So maybe the agreement was going back and forth, and this other party felt, oh, let's bring it out. Let's bring it out and let's fight this fight very well. And maybe that was what resulted to the video we are seeing online today.
Yes, but then I think I like the perspective that this second comments that we just read from Foxy. I think I like the perspective that he's taking it from, since the whole issue is about rent. I think that place is on rentage.
It's on rentage.
You read what that person said earlier. Is on rentage, and then this person has come out to say it has opened another opportunity for Obi Cubana to actually own his own club. Yeah. From the foundation to the top, he's going to own everything.
And this time around, we know that there's not going to be anything like bringing it down, closing the place.
Your navigation screen or a shop window that projects holographic ads you can interact with. That's where transparent and holographic displays are heading. LG has already demonstrated 77-inch transparent OLED panels, and Panasonic tested transparent display tech in retail environments in Japan. At CES 2024, Samsung unveiled a transparent micro-LED prototype that stole headlines. These displays don't just look futuristic. They offer practical benefits, like heads-up navigation for drivers and interactive medical imaging for hospitals. By 2026, we'll likely see the first wave of real-world deployments. Micro-LED.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us through the break we had. Okay, let's go into the next story. Welcome back. The next is the Federal Road Safety Corps, the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has expressed concern over the growing trend of reckless road use among celebrities, content creators, and social media influencers, warning that such behavior endangers life and weakens road safety efforts. The traffic agency was reacting to the reckless driving by popular TikTok streamer Habib Hamza, better known as Peller, who was involved in a road clash blamed on distracted driving. According to a statement signed by the corps spokesperson Olusegun, Corp Marshal Shegu Mohammed ordered the persecution of Peller following a widely circulated video showing him imagine in a live video stream while driving, an act that reportedly resulted in a crash. Can you see the video? Can you see what exactly is going on there?
Seriously, this story is, I don't know how to put it. I don't know, should I blame Peller or what?
Okay.
Now, if you check days back, or if you go deep into the story while it was
how it started before the arrest thing.
Because of a woman, because of his girlfriend, Jarvis.
Okay.
That is the reason why you want to kill yourself.
Are you sure it's because of Jarvis?
That is it now. Many people have come out to talk about his very dark man and the rest of them.
Maybe that allegedly.
Informed that has asked Peller and the rest the reason why he wants to commit suicide, the reason why he wants to kill himself.
According to the video, he was even on a video call.
He was on live.
On live video call?
Yes, on live. Not even video call, live.
But somebody that want to die, somebody that want to die, if you want to die, Chuchu, you'll be on a video call. On a live stream.
Yeah.
Telling people that you want to die.
So now,
this is very funny. It's very funny.
Let me now put it. Allegedly, what we heard is that he was the one that broke up with Jarvis. How will you break up with a woman and still want to kill yourself?
Love is a beautiful thing.
No. Now, let me take it from this angle. You want to kill yourself, you're frustrated, many things are happening to you, and then you don't even think about your mother.
Okay.
Let's even forget about the person in question that is making you.
It's already said that committing suicide is actually a selfish move.
Exactly,
a selfish
like
act.
You don't think about your fans,
your
you
friends,
don't think about your parents,
your well-wishers,
even your fans that made you who you are today.
Their picture is so cute together.
Seriously. Even your fans that made you what you are today, you don't even consider them. And then what are you teaching the society, the people that are watching you, the younger ones that are watching you, the people that see you as their role model? What are you teaching them? What are you teaching them? Coming online to do a live video and then you're driving at the same time, you want to kill yourself.
In my own opinion, I just feel that he didn't intend to do the whole I want to kill myself something. To me, I felt he was joking, because if you want to die, there are many ways to die very quick now. We know today, if somebody wants to die, there are many ways to die very fast. You don't even need the whole live stream something. You can take or tap your peer. You can take. No, I'm not actually prescribing things to take if you want to die, but I'm just saying that someone that is very serious to want to commit such murder to himself, to want to kill himself or herself, will not be on a live stream, because of course being on a live stream, some people will be suggesting, please don't do it, please don't. Trust Nigerians now, they won't even tell you to do it. They won't even tell you to stop. They will tell you if you want to die in peace, let other people continue the race. That's what they would say.
Let's also look at it from this angle. What if Peller had lost his life? The person in question, they will definitely fish out the person who is frustrating or who is making him.
It's going to fall back to her, because according to
the person it's going to fall back to that person, and Nigeria is not going to take it easy on that person.
They won't even want to hear one side of the story. That's the most painful part of it.
So we should think about that aspect. Taking your life is not the best option. It's not the best option for anybody. So what is it teaching his followers? What is it teaching his fans? The thing is,
I don't think Peller was very serious with what he did, because according to the speed limit we saw there, it's not a speed limit of somebody that actually wants to take his life. And you cannot want to take your life and be on a live stream driving on that speed rate. What happened to 100? What happened to 80? Well, you're driving on a limited speed rate and you were on a video, and when it happened, just it, you were still on the video call and all the dramatic this thing that came with it. The relationship looks toxic. I don't know if it is, but that's how it looks. The outside look, that's how it looks, because following their previous video of how they interact on their live stream, how they insult each other, they get to shout at each other. Me, I used to feel it's content too. Maybe it's still content anyways, but the way everything is going, it's looking like a toxic relationship. I am not here to conclude, but I said it's looking like. And then him going to break up with her, you are the one that broke up with the person. You are still the same person that is acting very, very broken. For you to must have muster the courage to want to break up with a person, it means that you have the heart not to want to do anything with the person. You want to move on with your life, you want to continue with your life. So you don't want anything to do with the person. So you have this mind of your own that I want to stand on my own, whatever will be. You are swallowing the pain. But for the person to break up with you is another different story altogether. That means the person broke your heart and you're weakened, you're emotionally drained and down. You can do anything at that point. But for the story to turn that you're the one that did the breakup, for you to have heart to do breakup, why didn't you have the heart to act like a man, swallow it? Because breakup comes with a lot of things here. It comes with a lot of drama in it. I feel that if my heart is broken for, let me use myself for instance, because I'm a missus, I can't use it today. If my heart is broken for instance, which my heart will not be broken actually, if my heart is broken for instance, and at that point I'll feel very emotional, I'll feel very down, I want to avoid a lot of people. I get the whole point here, but if I'm the one that broke the person's heart, do you know that there are some things I will just chest? Because it's my personal decision. I don't want to go and now me they break heart or now me still want to go kill myself. It doesn't even make sense. The story doesn't really add up, you know.
So this also has
doesn't
to
really
do
add
with
up.
Emotional intelligence.
I feel it's emotional blackmail.
I think Peller needs to go for rehabilitation. Seriously.
And I think at this point he's behaving like this.
If you take a look at that,
it's now becoming something like obsession, because for you to break up and still, to me, it's looking like obsession.
That is a serious accident. If you take a look at the car, the damage, the fact that he's in the hospital, he was rushed to the hospital. Was it
the hospital clip I saw and he wasn't looking serious on the bed? Was it that one?
I don't know, but
that was a video I actually saw. He was not looking serious.
The hospital. The car is down. Did you not see the front of it?
I actually saw it. I did.
I think Peller should do more when it comes to his emotions. He needs to be emotionally intelligent. Like,
and his person.
The best thing to come to your mind is for you to kill yourself whenever you are depressed. No, I don't.
That means all of us will just start taking our lives, because all of us used to go through one depression or another, whether you believe it or yes. There are some stages in your life where you get to, you just be depressed. No matter how you fight it, it could be out of business pressure or out of one thing or another thing. At some point, and at some moment, you just feel down, a little bit depressed, and you get other things to talk yourself and talk your way back into track. Like, encourage yourself, don't give up. You know, all those kind of things.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Then he has to go for, like, he needs someone to talk to.
Yeah, he needs it.
And all of that. Now, I also let's now go back to our major story, which is what the FRSC planning to do to him.
Of course.
I think he deserves it.
Fully.
Now talk about social media.
It.
In as much as everybody now has access to social media, you come online, you come live, you comment, you do whatever you want to do. I think there are certain rules that are guiding it. And then same thing with safety. Now the FRSC are taking it from the Federal Road Service. They are taking it from their own angle. Why would you be driving and be on a live stream? By right, you're not even supposed to be making call while
driving. It's against the law.
It is even a live stream. So I think I like what they are doing.
So you want to show the world the process of your death. You don't even say the process by which you die. You want to give them a full gist, and you want to tell them this is how it happened. This was how before I finally. So okay, God forbid, what if you died? Who would have continued the video recording for you? You didn't think about that.
It's annoying, seriously.
So at this point, I feel if really he's acting out of the fact that he's heartbroken, he's down, he's stressed, he doesn't have anybody to. I don't think he doesn't have anybody to talk to. But at this point, I'll feel this is not love. To me, it's an obsession for you to have. The only thing that comes to your mind is to take your own life because of a relationship. Well, we're not even going to that marriage thing. You're not even married to this person. You are still in a relationship where you know that at the end of the day, you might not even end up with the person. You might get someone else, and then you want to take your life at the expense. You want to take your life because of a relationship. Why? It's actually a bad thing. And because social media, I've said it that social media is actually a community. Social media is a place where you bring your things to display, whether be it market-wise, or be it entertainment, or be it anything, relationship. People now have in-laws on social medias, online.
In-laws.
People have fathers and mothers online. Yes, all these things get to happen in social media. So because the fact that social media is a place where you display what you want to display, what you want people to see, do not mean that you should misuse that right. Do not mean that you should use that right to get other people misinformed. Because young people are always 24/7 on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, on all social media, and they are watching. Especially most of these our Bobby kids. I call them Bobby kids because of this rich men kids. It's not like we're poor, you know, always on the internet. They get to watch this, many of them that are not brain developed will feel, oh, it's the right thing to do.
Exactly.
Before you know, you start teaching another person, because people are looking up to Peller, whether you like it or yes. There are young people looking up to him.
This person has how many million followers?
Millions. There are young people looking. Even if Peller comes online to laugh, you see everybody excited. Some people will be excited. Do you understand?
He should have done more.
You understand? I've not even started talking about the family aspect of it too. I'm just talking about the social media aspect of it. Being that he has a lot of followers, people that are looking up to him, people that are seeing him as their role model, he shouldn't have thought about doing that. Because whether you like it or yes, when you become popular, there are some things you don't do. There are some things you don't take. You don't risk. There are some things you don't bring on life. It's not every celebrity that has their life out there. They show you what they know that they want you to see. It's not everybody that have their complete life out there. That's what somebody said. Believe social media at your own risk. Because a lot of things go down there. Whether I believe it or not, there are a lot of things that go down there that are not even actually correct or right. But you now, being that you're drawn to it, you want to act or behave that way, my dear, you have to be very careful about.
This is another thing you get when you make money early.
Yes.
Peller made money.
Exactly what
through live stream.
Yes, exactly what many
and now he wants to kill
saying.
himself through live streaming.
I don't know.
Talk.
Do you want to end it that way?
Seriously.
Many people are looking up to you based on the fact that they started with you when you started your whole life something on social media, and you grew up to this point, you made it. So a lot of youth are looking up to you like, okay, when I start like this too, maybe start doing comedy once year or another, I will also make it. Because if Peller can make it, of course, I would make it. Peller is not like from a rich family, but he was able to, come out great. And at the end of the day, he's doing well for himself and doing well for his family too. Like one social media personnel said that you should actually look back at your family where you started. Okay. Because do not allow the wealth you got and acquire from social media to get into you that you feel like you do not own anybody anything.
Exactly.
You just want to live your life. You didn't even think about your parents, how they are going to feel, being that you are presently the light of the family. Everybody is looking up to you. Majority of people are looking up to you in and out of your family. And then you want to end it like that, for you won't quench their fire. Somebody will say you won't quench their fire. So I feel his behavior is actually not right at all. And for the FRSC to take it up, it's actually a very good thing to do.
Yes, and it will teach others.
Yes, it will teach others that.
Because many people
like the young one watching, they'll know right now that if you do this kind of a thing, you get yourself into trouble and you get arrested for it. Nigeria is not a place where you come and joke and go scot-free. In as much as we'll have other serious issues and you see people bringing it to social media and making a drama out of it, do not mean that it's everything that is drama. Do not mean that it's everything you will come and show yourself. There are some things you do, you get arrested for it. And a serious consequences will follow. And after you've gone through that, when you come back to yourself, you understand that there are things you don't do. Like on Facebook, you can't use the F word like that on Facebook. Do you know that you can't use the F word like that? And if you want to say somebody died, you can't use that word like that. Because, of course, they need to put all these policies so that the young ones will know that it's not a place where you come and misbehave. You do anyhow, they just blacklist you and you start fighting back for that account. So at this point, Peller did not try you. And for Jarvis, has she said anything so far? I've not heard anything. She has not addressed the issue or anything.
I've not heard anything.
I've not heard anything.
Anything we are hearing now is rumor until they come out by themselves to tell us what's the actual problem.
What do you think, Chidera? You think she should still go back to the relationship? If
no, I don't think so.
Ended?
I don't think so. If I'm her senior sister and she tries to go back to that relationship,
you beat her to stupor.
Beat her to stupor.
Okay. Chidera wants to offend somebody.
No, seriously, because
what if this saying that says,
she's the victim?
Love is blind.
She is the victim.
She's the victim.
Goes back to that relationship. She does not have the right to react the way she wants to react, because
based on she doesn't want the guy to go and kill himself. That's an emotional blackmail now. You are kidding the person. The love is no longer a free love.
If I'm her senior sister, she goes back to that relationship, I will beat her.
You will beat her?
Pink.
Okay.
So, but then that's just the story. So, I like the fact that FSC is taking this decision
very seriously.
This step, so that everybody will learn. By right, you're not supposed to drive, to make call while you're driving, not stock of streaming.
Keep your phones now. It has been said
when you are driving. As much as we complain about bad road in Nigeria and all of that, we as citizens,
what if you run into someone else?
We as humans, we need to be careful. We have a lot to do when it comes to driving, when it comes to our safety. So we should take precaution. We should take correction. We should be cautious of what we do when we are driving. And then what Peller has just done is a no.
It's putting a lot of lives in risk, like putting a lot of people's life at risk, because you're driving and you were doing that. What if, God forbid, you ran into another car that was on speed and that car somersaults, hits another car, and that collision starts? What will happen at the end of the day? It will turn out that you caused a very dangerous disaster. It's actually a very, very, very bad one from that end. And to Jarvis, Chidera just said, if you are her sister, she will beat you to stupor. What? That's not what I'm going to do, because I don't like beating. I don't know. I don't like beating. I'm going to advise you, because there's this saying that says love is blind. I don't know if love is blind. It's not blind for you.
Love is no longer blind with the way
love
things are going
eyes.
In this country.
Love can see.
Love is no longer blind. No, seriously, things has become more serious.
Okay. Yeah, because to some persons they'll be like, okay, he did that, he comes to apologize and we're cool. She goes back to the relationship and everything is cool. You know, when guys just misbehave a little and they want to say sorry, the next time they're coming with a lot of sorries in their mouth, and they'll try to persuade you to forget about what has happened. Maybe in that space of that 1 week, you guys will be cool, nothing of sort will happen, you have all the whole gift in the world and all that. Maybe that is what is going to happen. No, but we are not Jarvis, but we are saying that the relationship looks like a toxic one, and nobody wants to be in a relationship where you will not be free to express yourself. You will not be free to say your mind, because you are scared that if people have argument, the next thing is he wants to take his life. You know, sniper is very, very affordable right now, and you can get it anywhere. So you will not be free to say anything, so he won't go and take sniper. In fact, you'll be very careful of the environment around him. Let him not be close to a swimming pool, and then you people have argument, you just jump inside and want to, kill himself and all that. Me personally, I will say that since he was the one allegedly that ended the relationship, it should be like that. Everybody should rest, so that everybody can continue with what they have. I don't know how she wants to take it, because in as much as we are saying, is because the relationship is already a public one.
They are too young to be doing all those public relationships. Now, this is what has gotten them into. Putting Jarvis' life at stake. What is that? Making her the victim. She's the victim in that relationship.
She is.
She's the victim.
She's not going to be free anymore if she continues.
So they need people to talk to them. They need people to
How sure are you that they don't have people talking to them? Because
you can never tell because of money.
They say Peller doesn't listen to people's advice. That's what I heard.
From very dark man too.
Okay, so if he doesn't take advice, so who is going to talk to him that he would hear or he would listen to? I mean, after this thing that has taken place now, with everything that the government is doing to put things in place, is it that after this he's going to start listening and he's going to take caution?
Should. I think the FRSC should really take this serious.
Tackle the matter.
Yes. That is to show that no matter how popular you are, no matter how rich you think you are,
it does not give you the right to misbehave, to go against the law.
It does not give you the right to go against the law.
Yes, so it doesn't give you the right at all.
So yes, But let's now go on a quick break before we conclude the two stories.
When we return.
In next-gen displays. TVs, AR glasses, and smartwatches are about to look very different. Micro LED displays are now making their way into consumer products after years of R&D. Unlike OLEDs, micro LEDs don't rely on organic compounds, which means no burn-in and much longer lifespan. Samsung showed off massive micro LED walls at CES 2024, and Apple is reportedly working on adding micro LED to future Apple Watch models. Industry analysts project the global micro LED market will reach about $10 billion by 2030. The big draw is brighter screens, richer colors, and lower power use. That's important for wearables and AR/VR headsets where every bit of battery life counts.
Thanks for staying with us. I hope you're enjoying these stories that were brought your way. Of course, you should.
They should, yes.
I just jumped into it.
They should enjoy it and then take the correction that you're supposed to take.
And take the lessons.
Learn where you're supposed to learn and avoid the mistakes that we are just explained. Mistake you shouldn't do, especially from this Peller story. So yes, this week Nigeria once again reminded us that its stories carries weight. Stories of resilience, leadership, and the complicated dance of power in public life. You see how we started from Obi Kubana losing his club and as court takes action on Abuja property, to federal road safety, to prosecute popular TikToker Peller after a car crash. One thing is very clear, and it is the fact that these two stories they just contain two people who are rich, the elites, people who are well
popular, celebrities,
and all of that. And we see how the law is downing on them. Nobody is above the law in this
Nobody
case.
is above the law.
See, we saw how the court is dealing with Obi Kubana's case, and then how FRSC.
They didn't say it's because it's Obi Kubana, so we should keep it aside and not make it a public thing. It came out.
So yes.
It came out.
So now the country, this is to show that our country is alive with conversations that matters. So we need you, our viewers, we need the public to learn from what we've said, from the stories that we've brought to you. We need you to take correction where necessary. We also want you to drop your thoughts,
your comments.
This story. Drop your thoughts. What do you think should have been done from the first story that we talk about, Obi Kubana? What do you think should have been done better by the courts? And then from our second story, Peller's car crash, what do you think should have been done better instead of trying to take his life? We'd like to hear from you. We'd like you to keep the conversation.
And you should also tell us whether the government are doing right by actually wanting to arrest him for the display of that misbehaving character.
Yes. So we'd like you to drop your thoughts, drop your comments, share with us. We'd like to hear from you what you think about these stories. Also, don't forget to follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel at Idea Television to stay informed if you want to be getting updates about the trending things, about everything that is trending daily on Idea TV. That is where you'll get it. Idea Unscripted. That is where you'll get the full gist of whatever that is trending on a daily basis. We'll be here every 2 p.m. to dish it out to you, to give you the full gist, the way it matters. We'll be here to break it down, to say it exactly how it is, and then explain things the way we think is better. So we'd like to see you same time tomorrow.
Of course.
And you might be meeting another host for tomorrow, so stay tuned.
With a different and more powerful and nice stories that you would want to listen to. And here we'll break it down piece by piece for you to understand what actually went down. So you won't like to miss this edition tomorrow, same time, with us on Idea TV.
Yes. And now, we'll now tell our name again. I'm Chidera Okere, and this is Mrs.
Mary Ojimajo.
And together we say thank you for watching.
Bye.